It's time for the Champions League Panic Meter UFC edition. So we're entering the final match day and we're looking at whether teams are going to be panicking about their position going into match day 8. So why don't we get started, Jeff, with you. Manchester City, where do they rank on the panic meter in terms of making the Champions League quarterfinals or better?
Oh, they'll definitely be having a little wobble up. The needle will be moving. But I'm going to go, though, Hannah, I'm going to go split decision.
Okay.
Because although they got humped the other night... Humped, yeah.
Oh. Interesting choice of words there.
They got humped.
Okay, yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's a Scottish expression, isn't it?
Don't blame me on that one.
Yeah, OK, pumped, if you like.
Pumped.
Battered.
Yeah, they got beat. Let's just say
they lost.
Yeah, they lost.
But there were some decent signs going forwards. I don't think they're as bad as that one result. So, yeah, I think if they can fix their defence, I think they can do it.
Do you like the little gesture of them paying their tickets for the away fans?
Really costly. That's a lot of fans.
10,000.
That's a lot of fans.
Jen, you're not having it, are you?
Well, when I read it, I was thinking, is it the whole trip? Is it the entire trip? Because what was it? Not 25. How much was it per ticket?
It ended up being £10,000.
And there was
four players.
400 fans.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount of.
Would they have done this if it was 4,000 fans? That's the question.
Well, the other thing as well, it could be a worrying trend if certain clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
The players will be skint by the end of the season.
Yeah. He left. OK, let's move on. Napoli. Where are they on the panic meter, Tom? Making the playoff knockout rounds. They're currently sat in 25th. Only 24 teams get into the next stage. Where do you think they'll...
Thanks, Anna.
No, I just wanted to put it into context.
I'm saying knockdown because they are home to Chelsea. The pressure is on. They should be panicking because they desperately need a result. It'd be a huge disappointment if they don't get to the next round. While it is knockdown, I do believe that they're going to do it. They are going to pull through. But it is very perilous at the moment where they sit. They should not be going into this game needing a result against Chelsea, but here we are.
But they are.
But here we are.
Yeah.
That's why I got them on knockdown.
We spoke about Antonio Conte and his success in Europe hasn't really been...
Lack of.
Yeah, the lack of success in Europe. I think if they weren't to make the next round of the Champions League, Napoli fans would be very disappointed. OK, Jen, let's move on to PSG. Where do you put them on the panic meter of making the top 8? They're currently 6th. They've got Newcastle next week.
I mean, again, as Jeff was saying, looking over your shoulder and looking at the amount of teams on 13 points, it's so tight. So I'm struggling with this one. I want to say split decision based on who's their final game. Newcastle.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
I think doable.
And there's history there. Do you remember Newcastle went there was it last
season, I believe.
Yeah, the penalty, etc., etc.
I want to say almost everyone's a contender or split decision when it comes to that point in the table. But like PSG, based on last season and where they finished, the success. So are they? What am I doing? Split decision. I think split decision.
Really quickly, Newcastle also on 13 points. They need this result too. So this is going to be a fantastic match in match day 8.
So many of the teams need them, and going into this stage of a league phase, so many teams need points.
Is it next week the games or the week after?
Next week.
Okay.
I think.
Do we agree? Do we agree in split or more of a contender?
Yeah.
I think it has to be down the middle. I'm with you on that.
OK. Right, on to our next one. Spurs making top 8. They're currently 5th in the table. They've got Frankfurt next week, Jeff. I don't think anyone would have expected them to maybe make this top 8. What do you think? How do you think they will?
They're away to Frankfurt, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, Spurs are the outlier in this whole table. And, I mean, the win against Dortmund the other night, fantastic for them. Huge for Thomas Frank, taking the intense pressure off them. Massive injuries as well. But it wasn't just a win, it was one with a bit of start. OK, they're playing against 10 men for most of the game. That's always going to help. But I just don't think you can rely on Spurs at all. You know, their fans would argue it's a bigger game against Burnley at the weekend. That's how daft the situation. Well, I think, were they 14th in the table? We're on the Premier League table right now. 14th or so. So
they're definitely not 5th.
I'm going...
They are 14th indeed.
OK, to make top 8, I'm going back foot. And the reason I'm going back foot is because I don't know what it means.
Exactly. Like it's
What does back foot mean?
you're on the back foot.
On the back foot, struggling.
Gotta
Right.
get a touch of the ball.
On the back foot. Yeah,
Right.
you need a touch.
And these do relate to UFC, remember? So,
Oh, I forgot that.
yeah.
You need a punch to
I
land.
wondered where they came from, these categories.
Oh my gosh.
Do you like...
Roman Empire.
Yeah, you don't... No, they don't come from the Roman Empire. They come from the UFC. Do you like their chances of making top 8, Tottenham?
I like their chances given the work that they've done, but I know that Geoff didn't mean it this way, but what does it mean? Like, this is a huge success for them to be in this position where they're not fighting to make sure that they qualify for the next round. Like, they are in a great spot. It can only get better. And so what does it mean in the sense of if they don't get a result and they're in the round of 32, that's still a success in this Champions League campaign. And, like, at this stage.
They could still tap out.
Do you think if they do well in the Champions League but not in the Premier League, Thomas Frank will still be under fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Because Tottenham, I was about to say Tottenham fans won't believe, even if they got to the final, they wouldn't believe they're going to win it. They wouldn't believe it. But the last guy got to European final
Exactly.
and won,
And won it.
and got binned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Didn't
So-
save Ange even winning a trophy.
So it doesn't
No.
even matter if they go well and do well in this competition, if they're still 14th in the Premier League come into the season.
Hannah, what they need to do is to use Tuesday's win, the style of the win, as a springboard, as a platform to changing the toxicity around Tottenham Hotspur. They've got to play more positively, play more creatively, get the striker position sorted. I don't know what they're going to do there. They need to move this forward. It's one result. It's one result. They've got to take something from it. And it is the even better result if they can start to replicate it and build from it.
Okay. Right, on to our last one. Benfica making the knockout playoff round, Tom. They're 29th at the moment. And as I mentioned, 24 teams get to the next stage.
Absolute TKO. They are in an awful spot. They need a win at home against Real Madrid, and that wouldn't even guarantee that they get through. There are way too many ifs. This is way too tall a task. They have not put in the results necessary to get to this point. When the fixture list came out, they had to know we can't be needing a result against Real Madrid on the last day. We need to get our work done before. They didn't. They need 3 points, and even that wouldn't guarantee it. TKO.
Yeah, but come on. It's José, legend of Real Madrid. Real Madrid are already safely ensconced in that top 8.
You're just relying on other results. That's the tricky part, isn't it? Like what you're saying, Spurs got the job done. Big results early on, sitting where they're at, can go and afford to rest. They can't. And when you're looking at in that kind of position, exactly what you're saying, home to a top, away to a top team, yeah.
That's what this is why I love the last day of the Champions League.
Oh, yeah.
So much on the line.
Nico Cantor will be on the ceiling, okay? He goes into overdrive as all the stories change, left, right and centre. There's no way I'm watching just one game. It's about the jeopardy all around.
Yeah, and Nico's doing that special Golazo show over in London as well, so that'll be very exciting.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.